Welcome back to another episode of Money Melee right here at the St. Kitts Credit Union. Today we have with us Mrs. Kesha Isaac-Adams, and she is a co-founder of the SKN Lupus Hope Foundation. Welcome to the show, Kesha.
I am very happy to be here, and I am very happy to be a part of this project. I look forward to the partnership with the SKCU.
So, Kesha, what is lupus?
All right, so lupus is an autoimmune condition. So you have your immune system, and your immune system acts as soldiers that traverse the battlefield of your body. And when your battlefield gets invaded by viruses, germs, or any of those things, your white blood cells come out to fight. Those are your soldiers. Now, when you have an autoimmune condition, what happens is that your soldiers, your white blood cells, they become too strong. So they go rogue. And instead of just killing off the enemy, they end up continuing fighting after the enemy has been killed. So your entire body becomes the enemy. And without intervention, basically, it ends up taking over completely. And unfortunately, it has led to deaths in a lot of people around the world.
So the disease can actually contribute to additional diseases?
Yes, it opens you up. Much like AIDS, because it's immunodeficient disease, but it's not one that you can contract. It's not one that you can pass on to anybody. It's not even hereditary, even though some persons within the same family can actually manifest the same disease. It's not passed on per se, but there are several types, and all of them basically open you up to a myriad of other things because of mainly the inflammation that takes over. It's just you have a cold, or let's say, for example, you get an ant bite or a bee sting, and then you see it swell up. That's the inflammation trying to protect that spot. So that's what ends up happening, that the inflammation takes over your body in order to assist it with the onslaught that it's going through. And that in itself causes other issues. So you can have thyroid issues, you can have anemia, you can have connectivity issues, other blood-related issues. It's just so much. And unfortunately, so many people have lupus, and then they have a long list to go with lupus. So it's a struggle.
Oh, so that means now that it's opening you up to more illnesses, you have to spend a little bit more. You have medication, you have doctor visits. How does that impact you?
Oh, well, with everything, money is always the foundation. And because of the variety and the vastness in which this disease encompasses, the medication, it's the same. So sometimes you have medication that's as cheap as $10. For example, my thyroid went off the rail in 2018, 2019, and it almost shut down. So if it had shut down, it would have killed me, right? But my doctor caught it on time, and the prescription that I got, it was easy for me to take it to the health center and get a $10 prescription that filled for a month. However, there are some persons who have thyroid diseases that would require more expensive medication. There are some persons who live on blood thinners, and sometimes the blood thinners tend to be super, super expensive. You're talking about like $300 and something per prescription, and not everybody has that, that financial income and everything to spend that. So sometimes they have to go without, and that is detrimental to their health. We have to take steroids a lot of the time. Some people continuously. I hate steroids, so most of the times I basically opt out, but there are times when I don't have a choice. There's one particular medication that I take, one that costs $200 and something a pop. One costs $195 every time I need it, and that's like 2, 3, 4 month, 4 week dispensation, and then sometimes it's on repeat. So you have to be on like 3 weeks and stuff like that. But
Kesha, how important is financial planning when it comes to somebody in your position?
It is paramount. because at the drop of a dime, I needed to travel to Jamaica to have surgery because I had been suffering with dizziness and everything for like 5 years and hoarseness. And I tried everything here. I exhausted everything here, and I ended up having surgery in Jamaica. And when I came back and everything, that was like 2015. By 2018, 2019, I was under the knife again. That was another set of money. And I was already like trying to catch myself from the 2015 thing. And then because you get sick so often sometimes, especially when you're working as a civil servant, and nobody kill me for saying this, but when you're working as a civil servant, sometimes when you are sick, even though those things are on your records, a lot of the times allowances aren't made for you, and if you get a particular spell that lasts longer than it normally would, you end up getting docked. So imagine you have to pay all your bills, then buy all this extra medication or deal with a surgery or whatnot, and then still get less from your paycheck just so that you could keep your job, but you're making less. So it's hard. We always say, plan for a rainy day, but with lupus, it's always raining. It's always raining. But sometimes there are storms, more than just rain. But I think during the drizzle days, I think those are the best days for us to try and catch ourselves. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to like financially catch myself in this life, but what I've done personally is ensure that like should worse come to shove, my daughter is set. Nobody has to worry about burying me because I've already safeguarded that funding and stuff like that, because these are realities that we definitely have to face. And I know that a lot of people are currently very afraid of getting anything majorly wrong with them because they don't have the financial backing to support that.
Kesha, what is your mindset when it comes to the lighter days on savings?
Okay, so we have spoken about rainy days, and most of those, you save for medical emergencies and, in the worst case scenario is death. But I do believe that life is to be enjoyed, and I believe saving towards things like a good vacation actually is important, especially since your mind needs as much of a rejuvenation as your body.
And that is very important. We have our Vacation Saving Club that we are always launched every year. So feel free to come out and be a part of our vacation club as well. Now, how important is it to have insurance?
So because of that pre-existing condition, it basically meant that it was hard for me to get insurance. And if I did get insurance, then the premiums would have been sky high. Fortunately, another insurance company picked up the old insurance company's accounts, and mine was able to be saved because I actually had a savings attached to it. So it's not just enough for you to have insurance, but it's also better for you to have the right insurance. It's important for you to have the right insurance. So asking questions about insurance, you basically have to do as much research as possible to find what best suits you.
So right here at St. Kitts Credit Union, we have the Kuna insurance, and they have different products that can satisfy your needs. The FIP is one of the most popular, where you have multiple family members for one simple rate every month, and they have coverage. Imagine, you have one family member pass this month, another one pass next month, and they're both covered, as unfortunate as it is. Now, as a co-founder of the foundation, what message would you like to leave with our audience?
Okay, so I am a big advocate for living life fully, because we get affected so much. I think that we should live, enjoy, full capacity. One thing I did not say earlier was be kind to each other, especially because we don't have any control over actually getting the disease, but we do have control over managing it. But it's a hard disease to actually, navigate. So kindness goes a long way. But those of us who are warriors, because we don't say sufferers, we are warriors. So those of us who are warriors, I always encourage to enjoy life and make sure that you go for balance in life, mental mentally, spiritually, physically, all the leads that you can find, you know, and just be happy as much as humanly possible.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Kesha, for spending the
You're
time
welcome.
here with us. We appreciate you coming to the show,
I
making the
appreciate
time.
you having me.
Yes, and giving all that you give for us. And for you, our viewers, thank you for joining us right here in St. Kitts Credit Union for another episode of Money Melee. Feel free to like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, bye for now.